Hi, let us learn how pipes work in Angular 2. So let me open my Visual Studio Code. So this is my Visual Studio Code and I am opening the module.ts file. And if you remember, we have gone through this file in our previous tutorials. So I basically have created three feature modules: admin, books and reviews. And this is my app.component.html file. This is how it looks like. Okay, so this is my component.ts file. And let me add a variable called birthday. Now let me name it something else. mm, Let me name it as about something called as date test. uh, yeah, just to test the pipes. So yeah, I'm gonna assign a new date to the variable date test, and let me pass the values to new date 2017 January 1st. Okay, so let me take this variable and go to my HTML and add this value here, and let's see what gets printed on the UI. So if you go to the UI, so you will see the date printed. So let's say if I want to see this particular date in a different format, so all that I have to use is a pipe called date. So this is an inbuilt pipe, and we don't have to write anything for this particular pipe. It's already there, packaged along with Angular 2. So if you see, the date now is in a different format just because I added the date pipe to the variable. And let me add one more pipe called as uppercase. So I want the date to be printed in uppercase. So let me save that and let's see what happens here. So if you see that Feb is now in uppercase. So even uppercase is an inbuilt pipe. So you can have any number of pipes on a particular variable. So basically a pipe is used to transform the way how the data should look like on the UI. So having multiple pipes is nothing but chaining the pipes. So you can chain multiple pipes together. So let us now create a new pipe using ng generate pipe. So what I'm trying to do here is create a customized pipe to suit our needs. So let me create a pipe called as exponential pipe. So when I execute the command, it created two files and updated one file. Uh, so yeah, those are the two new files that got created. And it modified an existing file called app.module.ts. If you see there, you will see a new import for the pipe, and a new pipe was added to the declaration section. So this is my customized pipe, and transform is the method of pipe transform interface. So all your logic for your pipe will go in the transform method. So yeah, I'm importing pipe transform from the core module, and I'm naming the pipe as exponential pipe. Okay, so let me pass a different set of variables to this particular method. So value colon any. So this will be the value on which you will apply your pipe, and arguments colon any. So you can pass arguments to a pipe also. So so let me replace this piece of code with yeah, these two lines here. So if you take a look at these lines, so what you will see is I'm using a parse float method to parse to parse the exponent parameter, and I'm storing the result in exp variable, and then using math.power function on value and exp variable. So that's a conditional statement, and I'll be returning the result. And exponential pipe here will act as my pipe. So that will be the name of my pipe. So all that I should be doing here is, so now I am on my component.html file. So yeah, if you take a look at this line, uh, so what I'm trying to do here is print super power boost, and then I'm trying to find an exponential strength for 2, and I'm passing the exponential value as 10. So all that, sorry, the name of the pipe is exponential pipe. So let's see what happens here. So if you see here, exponential pipe is the name of my customized pipe, and colon 10, so the 10 is the second parameter to the transform. So the 10 is exponent here, so that's the second parameter. And number 2 is my first parameter, the value parameter. So now let's take a look at the result. So yeah, that's the result. So super power boost is 1024. So just by using an pipe, a customized pipe, I'm able to calculate the exponential strength of a particular value. So this is my books project that I created in my last tutorial. So I have a books.ts file with two variables in it. One is name and the other one is revised. So name is a string and revised is boolean. Let me create a new pipe using ng generate pipe command, and I'm naming the pipe as revised books. So basically this command modified three files. So it created two files and updated one of the file. So revised books.pipe.ts is one of the important file where you will write the main logic of your pipe. So this is your custom pipe. app.component.ts. So let me make some modifications to app.component.ts. So I'll add a new variable called books, and I'll initialize this with a JSON of multiple books. So let me name my first book as book 1, and let me mark revised as true for now, and let me add few more books to this JSON. I'll copy this, paste it, and let me change the name of the books. Book 2, book 3, book 4. So I have two keys, name and revised, same as my books class. Let me add a new function called add book and pass a parameter called name, which is a string. So book will be a new variable, and let me assign the name parameter to the book variable along with revised as true. So basically all that I'm trying to do is add a new book to an existing books. So basically what I'm trying to do here is to add a book to the existing set of books from the UI. So books.push. Okay. So let us print all the books on the UI using the ng for loop. So let me loop through the books JSON. Book.name. So I'm printing the name of the book, and let's see how the UI looks like. So yeah, so those are all the books in my JSON. So I'm printing all the books. Now, let's say I have a scenario where I just want to print the books that are revised. So let me add an input text box to add new books to the existing set of books. So this will be my new input text box. So if you look at it, so that's the type equals text, and I'm naming the input text box as box and key dot enter. So whenever I press enter key, my add book method gets invoked, and I am assigning book box dot value to empty every time, and the placeholder is book name. So that's what my input will look like. So it will invoke this add book function every time I press an enter key, and the values will get printed here as soon as I press enter. So let's see. So book 5. So yeah, you'll see book 5 getting added to the list of books. Book 7. So now let me use this pipe to just display the pipe value that has the revised variable as true. So value colon any and args colon any. So I'm going to replace that with my own set of parameters. So books colon books. So the input to this will be the list of books. Okay, let me import books class. So this will be return books dot filter. So let me filter the list of books based on the revised variable. So book implies book dot revised. So whenever the revised variable is set to true, you will see the value of book getting displayed here if I add this particular pipe, revised books pipe on the books variable. So this is how I'll add my pipe, and let's see the final output. So only book 1 and book 3 have the revised variable set to true. So that's the reason you are seeing only those two variables there. So add book always marks your revised variable to true. So if I add book 5, it is actually supposed to add all these books to my list of books, but it is not doing that because the pipe that we used is an impure pipe. So there are two kinds of pipes. One is a pure pipe and the other one is an impure pipe. So by default, our pipes are impure. Sorry, by default, our pipes are pure. So let me mark my pipe here as impure. So pure colon false is one of the variable that you can pass to the pipe decorator. So now let's see what happens here. So when I add a new variable, sorry, new value, it gets added to the list of books. So it's because I marked my pipe as impure. Uh, so whenever you push a book to the list of books, it gets added to it because books is a object reference, and we are not overriding the object reference every time we add a new book to the list of books. So only when there is a change in the reference to the object, that's when your pure pipe gets executed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.